Hi, it's Dax Murphy, and this week I've just done a post on leadership and how do we measure leadership? And this is a really difficult question to answer, in all honesty, because if I ask you or you ask me, then the potential of our answers to be different is massive. And that's because leadership is something that is in the eye of the follower rather than something that we do as leaders. And I think this contradicts our common perception, because we're told that if you do a certain amount of things and you do set things, then you're a good leader. And if you don't do those things, then you're a bad leader. Well, actually, that's different for every follower. In fact, leadership isn't something that we do. Leadership is something that others choose to follow. And when you start to think of it from a follower's perspective, rather than the leadership do something and get a result, and you link it to a follower's perspective in regards to what does a follower want, why does a follower follow, then you can change your perception on what leadership is, and then you can refine your own leadership style to something that is more palatable for people to follow. Because leadership isn't something you do. You've had different leaders in your life, and they'll have done different things, and they'll have been good or bad for different reasons. And the challenge will be is that actually it's in the individual. It's in their presence, their perspective, the empathy they show, the vulnerability they show, the trust that they have in you. These different elements, but these elements are things that are internal and intrinsic with the leader that people then decide to follow, rather than a specific list of to-dos that make people follow you. So what I'd like you to do today is just have a think about your leadership style, but then think of it from a follower's perspective. So how do you want to be led? And do you lead people in that same way? Because when you think about how you want to be led, how you, the best leader that you have ever had and why they were the best leader, that's not too far away from your best version of a leader. And I think that this is where the magic comes. So rather than following that to-do list, actually follow your gut instinct. Why did you follow the leader that you followed? What makes a great leader to you? And maybe do those things.